Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to LaVidaMoramor. If you're new to my channel, my name is Maribel. Hey, how you doing? Anyways, I'm here today to talk about a situation, something that happened to me, I would say about a year ago. And this was during a time that I was celebrating my sister's high school graduation, okay? Like, I can't believe people out there in this world just trying to start problems for absolutely no reason. People have issues. But so kind of just to give you guys a little background, I have two brothers and one sister. I'm actually the oldest of four. I'm the boss. Just kidding. Anyway, but I think I was pretty bossy when I was a kid. Not gonna lie. I did make my brothers do lots of stuff. I did tell them what to do, and I would yell at them, and I think that's typical or normal and as older siblings, or maybe just me. Anyways, so my little sister graduated last year, and I'm so freaking proud of her because she is now attending Cal State San Marcos. Go Cougars! I'm so proud of her. And she's actually almost done with her first year. Like, I know she's doing a wonderful job. She's amazing. And her name is Jessica. Hey, Jessica. Anywho, so last year we celebrated her graduation. She graduated from Paris High School. And so all the family went, like, as far as like immediate family, my mom, my dad, my brothers, their significant others, my nieces. Some of them anyways, not all of them, because it was pretty hot at the time. It was like during the summer, and in the area where my parents live, it's super hot, so a lot of the kids weren't able to go, right? So we got tickets to go. So it was just me and my hubby that went. We didn't take the kids because it was going to be hot and it's, you know, super packed, crowded. So we're like, okay, it's just going to be a date, I guess you could say, to her graduation. So we got tickets. I remember that day we left early. I went and picked up my sister, did her makeup. She looked so beautiful. She wore this beautiful outfit. She looked just amazing. She's just so beautiful. And anywho, so we went to her graduation. And so obviously in graduations, right, there's hundreds if not thousands of people who go. Okay, so there's not a lot of parking areas. Her high school is located pretty much in an area where there's like a lot of stores, like grocery stores, like shopping centers, I guess you could say. It's surrounded by shopping centers, so there was parking available in the high school, but then obviously there was like other areas where people park because, you know, it gets super crowded. So we knew we had to leave early and get a parking spot, you know, and that was our plan. We left early. I think we left like about an hour and a half early, maybe earlier than that, to make sure that we got a parking spot because it gets crazy. So we get to the school, right? We get to the parking lot of the school. We drive in. We're looking for a parking spot. Couldn't find any. Kept looking. Couldn't find any parking spots. So we end up I guess you could say the front or the back of the parking lot. And we see there was obviously a lot of cops because this is an area where, anyways, there was a lot of security. There was a lot of police officers at the graduation. And so we're driving around trying to find a parking spot. So we finally spot one, right? So we see a spot. And then there was this girl who was, I don't know, she had her door open. Right, she had her door open, and she's pretty much outside, like on her phone. So I told my husband, oh look, there's one. And my dad was actually behind us. My dad was also trying to find a spot to park. And so we decided to go to the one where we saw that other car, where that girl was, because we wanted to make sure that my dad also got a spot. So my dad, we ended up like going forward and going over to that spot. So that girl's door, okay, was like wide open. I think it was the passenger side door was like wide open, right? So I told my husband, no, there's a spot. And I'm like, well, her door, I was thinking, but I told him, I said, but her door's open. I said, well, maybe I don't know what she's doing. So I told him, just pull in there. So my husband, obviously, there's an empty spot, okay? Her door's wide open, but we're like, okay, why is she doing that? We didn't think anything of it. So we decided to pull in. Oh my gosh. The devil came out as soon as my husband pulled in. She just went off cursing. she was just saying, she kept using the N-word. And this was like, I think she looked around maybe 23, 25. She was Latina, okay? She was Latina, light-skinned Latina, really pretty, by the way. But she opened her mouth and she just went off. She's like, you a B, my N, with like using the N-word. And we were like, who is she talking to? Because she was on the phone the whole time, right? So she goes off and she's like, you a B, my N. And she was talking to my husband, and we were both like, what? Like, what is she doing? And she was like, you're a B. Like, I can't believe you came over here and you parked here, and you're a B. I'm gonna get my boyfriend on you, blah 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 blah. Like, she went off. Like, the devil came out. We were just, me and my husband were just looking at her like, what in the world? What is her problem, right? So you know what, I think after, from what I remember, after that happening, after she starts to go off, and we're like, is she talking to us? I don't know. Anyways, it was crazy. I think we pulled in, so I was on this side. I was like on the passenger side. I was sitting on the passenger side. My husband obviously was driving. So we pull in and she's just going off, running her mouth, talking mad stuff, like just cursing and saying all these things. But we didn't think anything of it, right? We were just like, okay. We were, after we saw her going off, we're like, maybe she was saving the spot for somebody. Like, I don't know. But we were like, we don't care. This isn't save a spot. You know, it's a parking lot. This is a graduation, okay, ceremony. Thousands, hundreds and thousands, hundreds, if not thousands of people are going to be here to see their family members graduate. So what makes you think that you can just open your door and try to save a spot? Like, no, homegirl, that's not how it works. Like, she was trying to save a spot, clearly. That's why she got so upset when my husband pulled in and like parked in that spot. So anyways, so what she does, she was being petty. You know what she does? So we pull in. So as we pulled in, she closed the door, right? But then she was going off talking, saying all these things. She decided to open the door again. So then that blocked me from getting out. And I was like, I looked at her and I was like, are you serious, girl? Like, I honestly wasn't even upset because I was just such in a good mood, and I was like excited and looking forward to my sister's graduation, right? And she was like running her mouth, talking smack, and she's like, you're not gonna get out. You're not gonna get out. We see how you can. I'm gonna see how you're gonna get out. You're not gonna get out. She was just going off, and I was just like nonchalant. I'm like, okay, sure, girl. So I was like, oh, you know what I'll do? I'm just gonna go through this side, through my husband's door. Like, I'll go through the driver's door. So I jumped over. We're actually in my car, the car where I'm sitting in. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna proceed and jump over my seat into the driver's seat, and then I'm just gonna open the door. And that's exactly what I did. I got out of the door through the passenger's or the driver's side. Ooh, that set her off. That set her off. She went off and was like, you a B, and I can't, she was just cursing, you guys. I can't curse and like repeat everything she said, but el diablo salió y estaba diciendo unas palabras horribles y una bocota que tenía. She had a big mouth, man. She was running her mouth. And honestly, you know, I'm at an age where, girl, I don't got time to be fighting, okay? This is my sister's graduation. I was not gonna let somebody like her, A, ruin my day. B, I'm not gonna get in trouble or get arrested over somebody's like little temper tantrum, okay? She decided to throw a temper tantrum. Anyways, so as I got out of the car, she went off. She was like super upset. So then she's on the phone, I think, with her boyfriend, because she's like, ooh, this N took the spot and I can't effing believe it. You need to come over here right now, beat his ass, like saying all these things, cursing. And we were just like, girl, like, relax. It's just a parking spot. I was like, relax. Because I got to the point where I was just like, she's talking way too much smack. Like, she needs to stop. So then I was like, really? You're tripping over a parking spot? A parking spot. Like, my voice level started kind of going up a little bit, because I was kind of like, this girl, who does she think she's talking to? Like, hello? But again, I was not going to allow it to ruin my day, and I wasn't trying to fight anybody. And so anyways, I was just like, girl, you're tripping. You need to calm down. This isn't save a parking. This isn't save a spot. Like, this is a graduation. There's lots of people that are here. People are going to want to park. There's no other parking. What do you want me to do? Like, this isn't save a spot. So we just decided to park. She was just going off, and then she was saying that, oh, you know, she was telling me and my husband, my boyfriend's black and he's going to come over here and he's going to kick your butt and blah, blah, blah. But obviously, like, and she was cursing while she was saying all this. Me and my husband were just like, whatever. So we just kept walking. We're like, you know what, girl? Yes, throw your temper tantrum. Okay, we got to go to our graduation. Like, okay, yes, do you, boo. Keep talking smack. Yes, yes, you're upset. Oh, yes, you're upset. Kind of like that. We're being super sarcastic, but I was talking back because I was just like, this girl, she's being super disrespectful. So I kind of like, when people are disrespectful, like, whoo, I can get disrespectful too, but I'm at a point in my life where I don't get down like that. So I really know how to control my temper. I don't just act, you know, I think before I act now, thankfully. Because girl, if she would have tried me like 10 years ago, ooh, it would have been a different story. But, you know, I'm older, I'm mature, I'm a classy lady. I don't roll like that anymore. So anyway, so she's still going off, right? And we're like, you know what? We're just gonna leave. We're gonna ignore her, let her run her mouth, whatever. We don't care. So we're walking, but as we're walking towards like where the graduation ceremony was gonna take place, as we thought, oh my gosh, what if she tries to key our car? What if she does something to our car? So then I'm like, I'm not gonna have none of that. So guess what I did? I was like, I told my husband, I said, I'm gonna go talk to the police right now. I'm gonna go talk to the police. So what I did was, right in front of before you entered the high school, there was a section where there were like a bunch of cops, like a bunch of police officers. And thank you, police officers. You guys are amazing for everything that you do. Anybody who's a police officer out there, like, I commend you, because your job is very difficult. You have to deal with a lot of crazy situations. Anyways, so I'm walking, right, and I'm approaching like a freaking like a ton of officers. There's maybe like 12 officers that were standing around. I guess, I don't know, they were having a meeting or something. So I approached them and I said, excuse me. And they all turned around. So all eyes were on me. They were like, you know, waiting for me to talk. And I told them what was happening. So then I told the police officer, you know, hey, there was a situation right now in the parking lot. There was a woman who was saving a spot, and we pulled into the spot because it was open clearly and there's nowhere else to park. We pulled in and she went off and she's threatening us, because that's what she was doing. She was threatening us. And we're kind of paranoid. We're thinking she's gonna like do something to our car, because she's parked right next to our car. So can you please come check it out and, you know, go talk to her or whatever. So yeah, here I come with like, I'm walking the police officers to where I parked, where this girl was at too. So I walk with the police officers to where we parked. And there was maybe like 2 or 3 that followed me, right? So I was explaining to them the situation. I was trying to calm down, because I'm not gonna lie, I was a little like shook up, because that happens usually when you get in an argument with people, or when you encounter certain situations like the one I was pretty much in at that moment. So I was a little shaken up, like, oh my gosh, like, you know, I need your help, police officer. I was just paranoid that something was gonna happen to my car. So I walk them over to where our car was, and by the time we got there, the girl left. I guess. She probably got super upset and just decided to leave, thankfully. Or maybe she saw the cops coming. I think that's what happened. She saw me coming with the police officers, and she was like, oh, I'm not going to get in trouble. Like, I'm going to get in trouble. I better leave. So I think that's what happened. So the police officers just pretty much told us, okay, so to avoid any situations, you're gonna move your car, you're gonna move it to a different place, because what could happen is she could come back with whoever she's coming with, and she could try to retaliate and do something to your car while you're in the graduation. We thought, okay, yeah. So then they ended up, I don't know, I think somebody was around that area, so they ended up asking somebody to move, and they allowed us to park in that spot. And let me tell you, all of this happened within like 5 minutes. This was 5 minutes, okay, where everything was happening. So they asked me we moved our car to a different spot, in the hopes that, you know, if they were to return, the person or the people were gonna recognize our cars. So, and they did also tell us that they were gonna be on the lookout in case they, you know, noticed anything suspicious or whatever. And yeah, that was that. But obviously throughout the entire ceremony, I was really uncomfortable, because I was like, man, I'm gonna walk into this girl and stuff's gonna happen. Like, it's gonna happen, because she was talking about how she was gonna bring her boyfriend and his posse or whatever, their posse. And this was like a girl who was, she was hood. Like, let me tell you, she was ratchet. Like, I was like, girl, when she was talking smack to me, when she was arguing and like cursing at me, she was saying that she wanted to fight. I'm like, girl, like, I don't fight. Like, I'm not gonna fight you. Do you really think I'm gonna waste my time and fight you? Like, no. I'm here for my sister's graduation ceremony. I don't have time for this. I was like, no. Like, are you serious? Like, the whole time I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I was acting like, girl, like, you are ratchet. Because really, she was being ratchet. Like, she was being so ghetto. Like, I even said that. I said, you're being so ghetto. You're being so ridiculous. Like, I think I said a lot of things to her to pretty much, like, put her down. Because, yeah, I was upset. And I was just like, you're being really she was being really disrespectful to me and my husband. I was like, no, I'm not going to have that. But I didn't stoop all the way down to her level. Because if I really wanted to, I could have gotten in a fight. But that's not who I am. I don't condone violence by any means. Like, that's not who I am. I'm not gonna lie, like, maybe in high school, maybe in my early 20s, it was a different story, but I'm an older woman, okay? I have children. I'm a classy lady, like I said. I don't roll like that. I don't deal with situations like that anymore. Like, like, there's a way to pretty much, like, figure out situations. To deal with situations, you don't have to fight. Like, you don't have to be violent. Like, have conversations, use your words, how we tell children when we're adults, like, use your words, like, but don't be disrespectful. That girl was so disrespectful. But I'm just so thankful that nothing happened that day. I didn't run into her throughout the entire ceremony, and it ended up being a wonderful day for my sister. Of course, I ended up telling her, like, after, not during the whole situation. When she was at her ceremony, like, I wasn't gonna go running to tell her, but that was crazy. I couldn't believe that happened, like, outside of a graduation ceremony. Like, that was insane. Like, who does that though? Like, who tries to save a spot when it's like a graduation ceremony for, like, hundreds of students where there's gonna be thousands of people? Like, you are crazy. Like, if you don't do that, people, like, don't. Just be calm, be patient. Like, when you go to places like that, you have to be very patient, because you're gonna deal with, like, things. There's gonna be traffic, there's gonna be people. You're gonna have to, like, be patient with things. Like, that girl, I don't know what was wrong with her. She must have been having a bad day, or she was hot, she was on her, I don't know what was wrong with her, but she had issues. And like I said earlier, she was really pretty, but that mouth of hers, that attitude she had, made her so ugly. Ooh, que fea. But so the moral of the story is although sometimes you get caught up in situations that may be very uncomfortable, or you may deal with very difficult people, like, try your best not to stoop down to their level, because think about the fact that anything that you do has consequences. You know, like, think about it like that. Is it worth you getting in trouble? Is it worth you getting arrested? Is it worth you ruining your day or your family member's day? Like, no. Like, don't fight, no violence. Like, just don't do like that. Don't be like that. What I did was I chose to, I talked back to her, but I decided to walk over to the police and let them handle it, because that girl was cray-cray. She was a psycho, a parking lot psycho. That's what she was. So I don't wish her anything. I don't wish anything bad on her, but I hope she gets the help she needs, because that girl needs help. Because clearly, how are you gonna go off on a guy and his wife? Like, who? You're crazy, and talking and threatening people, like, over a parking spot. Like, you have issues. Anyways, guys, that was today's story. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you guys real soon. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification button. That way you guys are notified every time I upload a video. And I'm going to be uploading a video once a week. That could possibly change later on. I could possibly upload more, but as of now, it's once a week. So again, guys, thank you so much for your time, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Nos vemos pronto. Besitos.